Yeah. If the referees aren't competent enough, train them better, get in better referees, or leave it to VAR.
Matt, can you give 10 compliments about Arsenal?
Everyone's just pinpointing unnecessary stuff.
Everything all right at home?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, good.
It's fine.
Okay.
Right, we're back again for a Q&A because it's fun. You always do this every time we start. And it's me because I f***ing it up.
Yeah,
Shut up.
exactly.
Shut up, all of you. Right, that and more coming up as myself and Paddy once again look through all of your questions for our Q&A. I'm starting with MRS, or could be Mrs.
Could be. Yeah.
Could be. A quick fire.
Nice.
Suarez or Lewandowski?
Ooh.
Oh, he stumped you right off the bat.
Lewandowski, but not with a lot of confidence.
Ooh, Sterling or Hazard?
Hazard.
You're picking the wrong ones, man.
Oh, good. I'm glad
Eriksen,
you
De
disagree.
Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Ferguson or Guardiola?
For Ferguson.
He is more successful, but
Yeah.
Guardiola's not done yet.
Yeah.
Prime Mateus or Prime Pirlo?
I think Pirlo was better to watch, but Mateus was probably more important for his clubs and countries.
Prime Henri or Prime Ronaldo? Brazilian.
Ronaldo, yeah, Ronaldo. As good as Henri was, yeah.
Perfect.
On to me. So from Barish Chateaupidi, also this question was asked, obviously Coutinho did move across to Bayern this week, so there's been a lot of love for him in the comments. So this question was asked in more or less by about 15 or 20 other users. So thank you for all that, but we'll go with Barish's version of this. Will Coutinho turn things around for himself at Bayern, or is he set to become another James, who was of course there on loan?
What does another James mean?
Well, someone who came,
Someone who goes on loan.
played a little bit, did okay, but ultimately didn't turn into a long-term move.
So is he good enough to get the deal permanently? And
Yes,
turn
and
things
turn
around?
things around, basically. Yep.
He's brilliant, playing in a brilliant team that's not going to finish outside the top two. So I'm not, in terms of turning things around, this will be the easiest place for him to do so.
But some said that for
I
James
reckon.
as well, but didn't
I'm
manage.
not sure James is as good as Coutinho.
Yeah, I would agree.
In my opinion, James was bought off the back of a sensational World Cup in 2014 and never was as good again.
I also think he had a few more attitude issues than Coutinho probably brings with him to Bayern.
With Coutinho, I think it's quite an odd deal because he gets a year of playing, Bayern get a player for a year, but next summer are Bayern going to spend 120 million on the option to buy, or are they going to go for Sane for a bit less, Kai Havertz for a bit less? I think in a year's time, Coutinho will be in exactly the same position. Bayern will go for someone else, Barcelona won't want him back and he'll be stuck again.
That's actually a great segue to the next question from Azure Arts.
Yes.
If Bayern came up with the 120 for Coutinho next year, why can't they just use the same for Odoi or for Sane? Yeah.
Me and Azure Darts are on the same wavelength.
100%. So, I mean, if you put those three together, and this is a good question, put those three together, which one do you take?
Havertz. Havertz or Sane? Oh, do you mean who do they spend the money on?
Hudson-Odoi. So he said Hudson-Odoi, Sane, or of course Coutinho. Who do you spend the money on?
Oh, I see. In that case, probably Sane.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. So it's a great question. I mean, this was really just a stopgap for both player and clubs.
Exactly.
So let's see how that pans out.
It's worked for everyone, but next summer there'll be the same nonsense.
Yeah, also
we'll save the rest of your questions for next summer when the exact same thing happens.
So me again from Yash Vadapalli.
Because you took my question.
I did, yeah, I did.
We'll keep going, we're friends here.
How did Matt feel when Gabriel Jesus' last-minute goal got disallowed by VAR? Do you think it was fair for the goal to be disallowed? And is there any way VAR could do better and not kill the mood of the stadium?
Obviously, I was happy when it was disallowed.
But as a football fan...
As a football fan, it was very unfair that it was disallowed.
Yeah.
The rule is if it hits his arm and it leads to a goal, it's disallowed. If it hits the defender's arm, it's not a penalty. And I think it was Laporte, and I mentioned this actually on the Daily News, he wasn't even looking, like he went in for a header and his arms, it's so harsh. It is so harsh on the Man City player.
They've tried to fix this, this handball law this season, and it seems to have made it worse or more confusing or more brutal at least. Yeah.
I just think, and I always say this about football, and it makes me sound like such a, not boring person, but it makes me sound like I just can't be bothered talking about the big topics. It happens in football. Whether the handball's there or it's not, it'll happen. And if that didn't happen to Man City at the weekend, none of you would be talking about it. And if it did, and you wouldn't even know that the rule is there, and it's just a series of coincidences that is so impossible to get accurately right. It's just, VAR could be better in the stadium. If VAR was there and none of these incidents happened, no one would be talking about it.
Yeah. So, but would you say that VAR then is a good thing or a right thing, given you've said shit happens?
It's just another level of refereeing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
If the referees aren't competent enough, train them better, get in better referees, or leave it to VAR. All you're doing is creating a two-way battle between refs and VAR, which makes no sense. Everyone said that the referees are making mistakes and the referees get the big decisions wrong, blah, blah, blah. So we introduce videos who still get the big decisions wrong and still make mistakes. Yeah. So you might as well just leave it to the refs. The light went out. We good. So yeah, that's my VAR rant. It's a bit of a mood killer from what I've heard in the stadium. It's a bit sad, but it's going to happen.
You're up.
Next up from me, from Phase White 37, I believe. Please answer this question. I've been asking questions for a long time and none of them have been answered. Today's the lucky day. Who should be Manchester United captain and the penalty taker? Because as a Man United fan, it looks like everyone is taking free kicks and penalties.
There's a bit to unpack in that question. I'm going to actually focus on the penalty thing here, the penalty element of this question. Because, of course, this was the talking point after the game with Wolves on Monday, where we found out later, of course, through Solskjaer, that both Pogba and Rashford are the penalty takers for Man United. And they can then have a discussion on the pitch, as they did, to see who takes it, which Pogba did, and of course missed. Now, when you look at his conversion for penalties, it's actually very, very poor. So, to be honest, I think it should be Rashford, given how confident he seems to be when he steps up. I mean, we've seen a few ones where he just perfectly is a perfect penalty taker. But I guess that Solskjaer knows what he's doing there. It's hard for us to know from the external point of view. But that being said, it looks like from a penalty point of view, it should be Rashford going forward.
I'm going to go along with the VAR thing that I was talking about. Sound like a boring guy again. It's a penalty. Players miss. If Pogba had stuck it top bins, no one would be talking about it.
Also true.
And it happens every single game. There is thousands of times that players have said, I don't feel confident, I feel confident, here, you take it. Both players want to take it because they're both good penalty takers, even though Pogba's missed a few. No one's talking about Rashford and that 40-yard free kick that he just drilled into the sideboard.
Yeah, I know. But I think with the fact that he has missed from the spot so often, probably time to give it to somebody else. Take the numbers and the stats
but players miss them all the time.
Of course they do, and he misses them all the time more than others.
Okay. I see what you mean. Honestly, I love Rashford, and I'd love him to score the next penalty, but I'd love him to miss. I'd love Rashford to miss the next penalty, and then everyone can just say, you know what, players miss penalties, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
This is not going to help the comments that we've been getting about Manchester United bashing on here, so that is completely irrelevant to the team.
I'm not bashing them at all. I'm not bashing them at all. I love Rashford, by the way. I think he's brilliant. Brilliant for I like a lot of Man United players, but...
Let's move on from Saranj Gupta. You're in a ranty-licious mood today.
Stuff winds me up like that.
Everything okay at home,
Everyone's just pinpointing unnecessary stuff.
Everything all right at home?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, good.
It's fine.
Okay.
Don't have any milk left this morning.
It's fine. Saranj Gupta, which transfer initially started the overpricing of players? So it's a good question. Paul Pogba from Juventus to Manchester United, or Neymar from Barcelona to PSG?
Neymar. The Pogba one. The Pogba one looked worse because they were effectively buying him back after selling him. Was it free, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It looked worse because you were basically paying 89 million for a player you already had, £1 million that is. But it wasn't so ridiculous. I seem to remember at the time it being no more than 10 to 15 million over the record. The fact that it then jumped from 89 to 200 is the Neymar thing.
But I would say, I've got a theory on this because I actually think that it was neither of these. I think, remember the Martial deal? And that when that came through and that came over the line, I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, around £50 million. But Martial had
with add-ons.
Yeah, Martial had a good season, but was still very much an unknown quantity at that point. United were were basically regarded to be overspending at that point, and brought him in. And that seemed to be a little bit of a trigger, because all of a sudden everyone was like, wow, these English clubs, they don't mind, flashing the cash.
He was the most expensive teenager.
There you go. And it's not just United, by the way. That has then become a snowball effect that's rolled into this, into that. I think if the question is which transfer initially started the overpricing, I would say that might be one place. But I mean, this was always going to happen. It just is.
With the money in the Premier League.
Who pulls the trigger first?
Yeah, absolutely. They also signed Luke Shaw at 18 years old for about 30 million as well.
He'd come off a great season though.
Yeah, but he was 18.
Yeah, that's
same
true.
thing with Martial.
Yeah, it's true.
Now we're blaming Man United.
Yeah, not again, no. Yeah.
Not again.
Yeah.
Right, next up from Blitzer45, also asked by Democracy Daily, I think.
Yep. Okay. What's
Best
the question?
kit this season.
Ooh, you've done a few videos, so you should be an expert on this.
We have done a few kit ratings,
I'm
myself and
go
Nico.
With two that I really, really like. The first is the Inter away kit, which is that sort of mint green, and while it's not going to suit my complexion in any way, I think it will look very good on athletes, and I really do like that as a kid. That's a really classy kit. Yeah.
In the mint.
In the mint. And I'm then just going to flip that completely on its head and go with the Bruised Banana Arsenal second kit as well. Just for retro purposes, I love a good retro kit, and they've nailed it.
I was going to say, the Arsenal kits are brilliant, but when you ask this question, if you don't say Arsenal, people go nuts. I feel like I can't answer. Yeah, I honestly,
I've said it for you. So now
I can't answer because everyone will go, Arsenal. Yeah, it's a great kit.
Yeah.
Apart from the Arsenal kit, which one do I like the most? There's quite a few. Honestly, we've been looking at some ridiculous ones, myself and Nico.
Yeah.
Out of the nicer ones, it's difficult. I'm going to go with the Barca away one, the yellow one with that stripe.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, cool.
It's smart.
So, back to me from Dark Gamer 1234. If Sanchez joins Inter Milan, will he get back to his best?
Ooh, this is another similar one with Coutinho. I'm hearing that they don't want to pay this loan, the wages. Will he get back to his best? He'll be playing.
Yeah.
First off, he'll literally be on the football pitch to get back to his best.
If he's fit. Yeah.
I think Conte's obviously a big fan. The manager's going to give him confidence. He's going to get minutes on the pitch. They've sold Perisic to Bayern, also on loan. So there's potentially a spot fighting along with Candreva. Yeah, I think his best maybe is a bit difficult, but certainly he could get back to being a top player.
Which would be great, because I mean he was a fantastic player at first Barcelona and then Arsenal, and it'd be great to see him back at his best.
No, 100%. Next up, logistics. They said, will Jose Mourinho come back to management until the January transfer window, or maybe by the January transfer window?
So, I mean, he's been making a lot of noise, more than normal. I feel like we see Mourinho talking to the press far more than when he was actually a manager of a club. I think he's hankering for a chance back in the management. I think he's the attractiveness of bringing Jose Mourinho in is not what it was anymore for these big clubs, but there are still some out there who would probably jump at the chance if things are not working out in the next few months to bring in a coach like him.
The problem is, and the same with big players, there's only like a handful you can go to.
Yeah.
You've got the top 6 in England: Bayern, Juve, Real Madrid, Barca, PSG.
Yep.
And apart from that, it's not that he can't go anywhere else, because these teams would love to have him. I'm just not sure he's going to accept it.
And he's burned a few bridges with those big clubs through the way that he conducted himself, and also a rough couple of years.
Maybe
at
someone like Monaco.
Possibly, yeah. I wonder back in Portugal whether Porto maybe might attract him back.
Yeah, true.
PSG, I think, would probably be the most logical out of those big ones.
I don't see Tuchel leaving at the moment though. But
we'll
PSG, they've got the money.
Yeah. From me this time, who deserves the Ballon d'Or? Is it Messi, Van Dijk, or Ronaldo? I think this is actually to do with the FIFA best.
Yes.
These guys were the 3 who were emerged in the top 3. So let's go with that from the FIFA best. Who deserves it more? From Z Gaming, Messi, Van Dijk, or Ronaldo?
Again, much like with the Ballon d'Or, even this UEFA Men's Best Player, what's the criteria? If it's winning the Champions League, because it's UEFA thing, obviously Van Dijk, he's the only one to win it. If it's being the best player, Van Dijk or Messi, I think Messi had another brilliant season, as did Van Dijk. Cristiano Ronaldo's not in the running for me. He had a great season, knocked out at the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I saw someone say he deserves it for that hat-trick against Atletico.
Yep.
Is that it? Do you just score a hat-trick and suddenly you're the best player? Don't get me wrong, it was a brilliant hat-trick and Ronaldo's still one of 2 or 3 best players in the world.
So, who is it then?
I'm going to go for Messi, even though I know it will be Van Dijk.
I think it'll be Van Dijk too. Yep.
So next up from Clegas, who has said, do you think any of the current wonder kids like Mbappe, Jean-Felix or Sancho will surpass Messi or Ronaldo?
I'm going to say no. I think we've had the golden generation of talent, and as good as these guys are, and I love watching them play, it's great to see this pace and attacking intent from these 3 and other players like them, but we're never going to have
Who's going to get closest?
Probably Mbappe.
Yeah, I think so too.
Probably Mbappe. Yeah. Okay, from Subhodip Deb. What do you make of the new Shoppy dance by Cristiano Ronaldo? Of course, it's his new advertising campaign.
It's obviously ridiculous, but there is probably not a soul in the world that would turn down whatever kind of money he's been paid to do that.
You would hope not, because that is quite advertisement.
Yeah, it's quite funny, but he'll be laughing all the way to the bank, so I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
So right, next up from Jacob. Quickfire.
Oh, I got all the quickfires.
Yeah. Who will be the most successful at their new club this season?
Nice one.
So between Hazard or Griezmann?
Griezmann.
Are we talking personal or team success?
I'm going to go personal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Griezmann. David Luiz or Mats Hummels?
Hummels.
Frankie de Jong or Tanguy Ndombele?
De Jong.
Giovanni Lo Celso or Matthijs de Ligt?
De Ligt.
That was a bit unfair on the Spurs one.
Sorry.
Lukaku or Luka Jovic?
Lukaku.
Luka Jovic might have another new club.
Yeah.
So, okay, Lukaku. He also said, please like it so OneFootball can see. I've never had a question of mine answered in the Q&A video.
Go, Boom.
There you go, Jacob.
Day made.
Making dreams come true.
Okay, from Diego Anturiano Chavez. Matt, can you give 10 compliments about Arsenal? Now, we don't have a video that long, so...
compliments
can
about
we start?
Arsenal.
Let's go with 5. 5 compliments.
5 compliments about Arsenal.
You've already given 1 today, by the way.
They're nice kit. I think Emery's a good manager. Lacazette's a fantastic player. Oh, God.
This is where we get...
Yeah. Not really sure I like anyone else.
2 to go. You have to do it.
I have to do it. 2 compliments about Arsenal. Aubameyang missed the penalty, allowing Spurs to finish in the Champions League last season against Tottenham. That's very nice of you, Aubameyang. Very nice of you.
We're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, but one more.
The last compliment about Arsenal is that they produce an exciting rivalry for Spurs.
Oh,
that's what it is. I'm scraping the barrel. I love the rivalry. Someone asked me this actually. Would you love it if Arsenal got relegated? Yeah, because it's funny to laugh at them, but without like... That's what you live football for.
Yeah, sure.
Football's for like the passionate, you know, games and the derbies. It would be a bit crap. It'd be funny, but it'd be a bit crap if Arsenal got relegated.
Right, you're up.
Right, next up from Ari Holmes. Which English teams do Paddy and Nico like?
So I don't know about Nico.
Nico, funnily enough, Nico's always said a bit of Arsenal.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
But I talk about Tottenham so much, he's probably keeping an eye out for them.
Yeah.
He certainly joins in the hype when I'm excited.
There you go.
But I think Arsenal.
Mine would be Leeds United, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Used to get up in the middle of the night and watch them when I was...
This is a Harry Kewell, Mark Viduka thing.
100%. Yeah, I've found a way to bring them into every video for the last month. Yeah.
Kewell,
absolutely.
Viduka. Wasn't there another Aussie there?
There were a few, but those were the 2 that were
the 2 main ones.
The standout ones. Okay, so last question of the day from Eshan Mane. Matt, are you thinking of dyeing your hair? It's not as good as Paddy's hair.
What, do I have to dye it your colour or just any colour to beat it?
You could do like the Messi peroxide.
Oh,
it could be like the jet black.
I think it's called the Ryan peroxide, actually.
Yeah. You could do emo black.
Oh yeah.
Or a nice Auburn like myself.
Yeah. Auburn.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's not ginger, it's Auburn.
Auburn.
Yeah.
Might go Balotelli, just get a little.
Oh yeah, get a little strip. So, I mean, are you thinking of doing it? Yeah.
No, I couldn't handle it. If I suddenly disappear off the channel for like a month, then you know what happened.
We know what happened.
I dyed my hair and it went wrong.
Yeah.
But thank you so much anyway for all of your questions as usual. And be sure to look out for the community post on YouTube every Wednesday night where you guys can leave your question for the following Friday's Q&A. But from myself and Paddy, we'll see you guys next time.